If you have been on the internet around recently, you probably know who KSI is. A YouTuber with over 20 million subscribers, one of the co-founders of Prime, and specifically one of the co-founders of Lunchly. Why are we talking about KSI? Because I think it's been clear that he's been crashing out recently. So join me as we figure out how one tweet and one song made KSI lose the respect of his audience. It all started when KSI released a product called Lunchly. Lunchly is basically like this alternative to Lunchables, and it has been started by Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and the guy himself, KSI. And the moment the product released or they announced the product, the reception to it wasn't very positive. One of the reasons being that two of these creators were very controversial, with Mr. Beast going through a bunch of allegations by Dogpack for illegal lotteries and having an employee who did heinous stuff, to Logan Paul and his crypto zoo scams and suing CoffeeZilla. But for KSI, he was the only one who seemed like he wasn't going to go through any controversy. This whole Lunchly thing then became a huge hit the moment DanTDM came out and tweeted, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." Now, the response to this was very positive, with the tweet itself getting over 600,000 likes. And then it prompted a response by Mr. Beast, which was pretty professional. Logan Paul responded to not buy the product and say, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We worked our asses off trying to create our personal brands. Now we started to make businesses." And even prompted a response by KSI with a tweet saying, "Looks like crap to me," showing a toy that DanTDM used to work with. Now here's where I'm gonna have to call a KSI for. One, there's a difference between selling a toy and selling a whole entire food kit that you deem as healthy. And two, it's YouTube's. YouTube's is different because Dan doesn't own the thing, while Lunchly, you own most of the product. He then posted another tweet where he also called out Dan for working with a snack company, where he said, but he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy, to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? He just doesn't get the point. You own Lunchly, KSI. You own Lunchly. That's him just working with it. And after the whole tweet thing that he had with Dan, he then decided to release a video going at his haters. And it is pretty crazy itself.
Oh man. Today we're doing a Reddit video.
Where in that said video, he basically responded in the worst way possible.
And then there's a tweet from Jacksepticeye. You mess with DanTDM, you mess with YouTube. For me, that's cringe.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. Do better.
His toys that he sold to kids. How does this benefit your fans, Dan? Now, obviously, people didn't realize that I was shining a mirror in his face. Instead, they were like,
wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with Tube Heroes.
And yes, that's fair, but I'm not the one complaining.
Well, okay then. He was talking about food, not merchandise and toys.
And I'm like, okay, sure, let's keep moving the goalposts. But okay, then I replied to this. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? At this point, his fans imploded.
And since then, no one really thought of buying Lunchly or supporting KSI, Logan Paul, or Mr. Beast. Seeing how now KSI is basically kind of tarnishing his reputation, and now all three of them have a reputation basically tarnished. Now, since then, there wasn't really a lot of drama going on, and Dan, he was just living his life. However, KSI, he's been pretty crazy. when Dan tweeted out just living the life, where he basically shows pictures of him being a dad to his kids. Then KSI tweeted, "Happy for you, man. I'm not sure you're really happy, KSI. I'm really not sure you are." Anyways, since the whole Lunchley thing, he has been tweeting out like crazy, with him saying, "Hey yo, DanTDM, why don't you come over to the sidecast? Let's talk this out like this." Even tweeting out about KSI having sponsored for a McDonald's meal to chick a Big Mac.
Hey guys, a lot's happened these past few days, and I've had a lot of time to reflect and really understand everything that's happened and all of my actions. And first of all, I want to sorry, I want to apologize. I want to say sorry. I can't do it. Hey yo, drink prime and eat luxury, motherfucker. Stay mad, DanTDM fans. Womp womp.
And just to add on, after DanTDM responded to Lunchley and basically calling it process crap, KSI then responded, and then Jacksepticeye came along and said, "You mess with DanTDM, you mess with YouTube," then posting a meme along with it. Since this whole tweet rampage he decided to release an apology, except there wasn't an apology. He linked it to this certain website where you couldn't try to access it, and when you finally could access it, he wasn't really apologizing. It was just a promotion for his new song. Speaking of new song, we reached to part 2 of this video. While the whole Lunchley drama was going on, KSI was in the middle of releasing his new song that he released on October 4th, 2024. The song is called Thick of It. Now my thoughts on the song is, it sucks. I don't know why a lot of people in my school like this. Like, there was this girl during tutorial who was singing a few lyrics from that song, and while I was on Instagram, there were just a bunch of kids who kept on playing this song. It just shows what goes on in young Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They're gonna grow up with KSI, Lunchley, and all those other stuff. Now, the reactions to KSI's song were mixed, with Nick A30 liking it a lot, and then getting negative criticism for that, to KSI pretty much getting clowned for that. It even prompted a response from Cocomelon, releasing a comment saying, "You released it, but you tried." It even got in a tweet from Opera G saying, "We're adding a feature that automatically mutes your audio if you accidentally play KSI's new song," which got almost like 300k likes as of recording. Since the response to KSI's song, KSI has been crashing out a lot and has been having a lot of mental breakdowns recently. And the final nail in the coffin for all of this was when PewDiePie released a statement. And when you have 3 OG YouTubers and PewDiePie included in that, clowning on you and calling you out and criticizing you, then you're done, my man, you're done. PewDiePie basically says that he won't allow his son, who, by the way, is about 1 year old, so congratulations to him, that he wouldn't let him eat Lunchley, and that they're clearly not parents, even though Logan Paul is a dad now. But probably didn't know that.
Opinion on Lunchley. Yeah, I only found out about it yesterday. Like, you can tell that none of them are parents. Because you should not feed your kids that garbage. Like, what the fuck? Like, that meal is so tiny. It looks like...
PewDiePie then shares his thoughts on KSI's song, where he basically says he hasn't listened to it and doesn't want to. And he basically calls him out for copyright striking one of his videos that include his music back then a while back, 4 years ago in 2020, which is probably what it's in context to.
Listen to KSI's songs? Fuck no. He took away my greatest video of all time. Now I'm mad about it again. My car video all started because of KSI's fucking music. Because KSI had to go and have a music career. It's all his fault. Now he played himself with this. I should sing about that. I should sing about copyright striking people. That's all he does all day.
As of right now, this is the current state KSI is at. He still has a huge following and still hasn't seemed like he lost a lot of subscribers, but he has gotten a lot of negative attention and criticism. KSI has proven to himself and to the internet that he clearly is not mentally okay in this situation. He's not okay because if you let one tweet and one song that a lot of people don't really like affect you mentally, then you're probably not okay. Subscribe if you have enjoyed this, follow me on my other socials, and goodbye.